New at 5, tips are a lifeline in the service industry these days, and right now protecting those tips are top of mind for one Arkansas lawmaker. 5 News reporter Kayla Davis explains.
Congressman Steve Womack tells me this piece of legislation was drafted in response to a change made by the United States Department of Labor back in 2021 that created the dual job rule. That rule refers to situations where tipped employees perform both tipped and non-tipped duties during the same work week. With that in mind, Womack is hoping to clarify the definition of the tipped employee with this bill. Crystal Sparks, a longtime server at Black Bear Diner in Fayetteville, is always on the move, moving quickly from table to table, all with a smile. For servers like Sparks, providing good service and her customers' generosity makes all the difference.
For several years, I was a single mom raising 2 kids, and if it were not for my tips, I don't know what would have happened or how we would have survived.
The minimum tip credit rate in Arkansas is just $2.63, while the state minimum wage is $11. That means employers are required to pay the difference if servers do not make at least the minimum wage in tips.
Let's say I don't make enough on tips to make minimum wage today, but I make an extra amount tomorrow. That would not matter for today. They add them and combine them and divide them for the entire week. So therefore, it doesn't matter if I do really good one day and really bad one day, as long as I make weekly, they don't have to compensate the difference.
The dual job rule established in 2021 by the United States Department of Labor differentiated non-tipping tasks like folding up silverware from tipping tasks like serving customers and bussing tables. Under that rule, the non-tipping tasks would be paid at the $11 minimum wage, while tipping tasks would be paid at the $2.63 rate in Arkansas. Congressman Steve Womack says this rule makes it more difficult for small business operators.
These restaurant owners have to keep track of the time that they're doing the menial tasks, as opposed to the work that they would earn tips for. Well, I think anybody with half a brain can see that when you do that, you're creating a regulatory burden, additional paperwork, and management that is just simply out of the reach of a lot of these small business operators.
So he's introduced the Tipped Employee Protection Act.
My bill would simplify and clarify what these tipped workers, this tipped wage scale is, and give protections to these small business operators so that they're not going to be burdened with additional requirements from the federal government.
Tips are very important to service workers, especially considering they do only make $2.63 an hour at this point. If that passes, that would be tremendous for a service worker.
Covering news where you live, Kayla Davis, 5 News.
Kind of a wet day, wasn't it? A lot of us saw some rain. Other parts of the area didn't see as much. We saw a decent amount, especially in the River Valley. We've already started to see some of those burn bans dropping off the map. If you didn't get much rain, well, you might have another opportunity this evening. I'm tracking some scattered showers starting to move back into the area, these from the south. So even if you have weekend or evening plans tonight, the rain gear may not be a bad idea. You may not end up needing it, but with enough spotty showers out there, certainly wouldn't hurt. Now, temperatures don't get too cool overnight tonight. We're only dropping into the low 60s in northwest Arkansas, and the River Valley expects some overnight lows in the low to mid 60s out there. Tomorrow overall is probably going to be a pretty warm and muggy day. That sets us up for the potential of a couple of storm systems this weekend. That plus the newest allergy report all coming up just a couple minutes.
All right, Scott, thanks. Chefs from around the country descending on Bentonville this weekend, all with hopes to be crowned the world food champion. 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi joining us now with more on this. And Jacob even spoke with an Arkansas chef who's already a world dessert champion. My goodness.
Yes, Darren, she is. Emily Bench of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, is the current world dessert champion for the World Food Championships. She says people come to her restaurant specifically for the dessert she won that title with, a carrot cake cheesecake. And now she is one of 11 others at Brightwater looking to win $150,000 and the title of World Food Champion.
Is in our home state, and we get to compete here and hopefully bring home the title to Arkansas this year.
Dessert expert and Arkansas chef Emily Bench and her team, the Pig and Whiskies, are looking to win it all at the World Food Championships final table.
Going into it knowing that I'm going to give it my all and give it, hopefully come out with the best outcome.
The Brightwater School at Northwest Arkansas Community College is hosting the World Food Championship final table for the third straight time. Brightwater Executive Director Marshall Shafkowitz says winning this trophy is like winning the college football Heisman, but for chefs.
This is a $150,000 prize. That can start a business. That can be the seed money for a business, but it goes beyond that. It's the increase in their network. It's the connection to people from all over the world who are now reading or watching their stories, and it creates new doorways for them.
Shafkowitz adds that as Northwest Arkansas continues to grow, so does its culinary scene, including the work done at Brightwater.
It's another highlight of what's happening here in Northwest Arkansas. And they see what's here, and they want to come, they want to be part of it, they want to experience. And we think about this facility, people walk in the door and are completely blown away by our kitchens, by our philosophy.
And Bench adds that those at her Hot Springs restaurant will all be cheering her on.
All my work family at the vault, they're all keeping tabs. They've all got their little screens in the kitchens. They're hoping to be able to watch my journey.
Now, the competition will not be open to the public, but those interested in watching these chefs go at it can stream it on the World Food Championships YouTube channel. Jacob Luthi, 5 News.
All right, Jacob, thanks. New developments on the planned Franklin County Prison. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders publishing an op-ed in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette trying to reinforce the need for this prison. In it, she urges lawmakers to, quote, finish what they started and approve a $750 million spending bill for the project. Local group Gravel and Grit is working to stop it, as well as State Senator Brian King. Meanwhile, the Arkansas Board of Corrections set to get a construction update at a meeting next Thursday. President Trump focused on America's northern allies today, dispatching key administration officials to Greenland, while also talking with Canada's new prime minister about tariffs.
Vice President J.D. Vance and Second Lady Usha Vance arrived to sub-zero temperatures in Greenland Friday as they toured a U.S. Space Force base.
It's cold as here. Nobody told me.
The vice president's visit comes as President Trump pushes for a U.S. takeover of the semi-autonomous Danish territory. Greenland and Danish leaders have called the visit a provocation.
Our message to Denmark is very simple. You have not done a good job by the people of Greenland. That has to change. And because it hasn't changed, this is why President Trump's policy in Greenland is what it is.
President Trump wants greater access to Greenland's abundant mineral, oil, and natural gas wealth. And in the Oval Office Friday, he said the island is essential to U.S. national security.
We have to have Greenland. It's not a question of, do you think we can do without it? We can't.
President Trump has also pushed for Canada to join the U.S. as the 51st state. Friday, he spoke with Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, for the first time. Trump says he believes the U.S. and Canada can strike a fair trade deal, though Carney said Canada will implement retaliatory tariffs.
We had a very good talk, the Prime Minister and myself, and I think things are going to work out very well between Canada and the United States.
The president also announced he wants Congress to pass a law allowing Americans to write off the interest on new car purchases if the vehicles are built in America. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.